Hey folks, here's a quick demo of rhythmonics, a sound toy I made to demonstrate a really cool music phenomenon I want to show y'all. So we start with a ball going around a circle and it clicks at the top. And that's happening at 45 beats per minute, meaning it makes 45 revolutions in a minute. And we can have it click 2 times in a revolution, same BPM, but it's going to click at the top and bottom of the circle. And if you want it to click 3 times, this is where shapes start to come in handy. So it's going to click every time it hits the corner of a triangle. Or if you want 4 times in a revolution, square. And if you want 5 times, then you're going to get pentagon. So we get the idea. But what if we have more than one of these going at the same time? So let's say we have 2 clicks happening and 3 clicks happening at the same time. Boop, boop-a-doop, boop, boop-a-doop. This is a polyrhythm. This is a 2 against 3 polyrhythm, a hemiola. And instead of 2 against 3, you could have a 3 against 4, a triangle against a square, and so on. But we want to see what's happening over on the left side of the console here. What is this slider doing? So let's start with a rhythm over here. No polyrhythm, just a simple rhythm. And let's see what happens as we speed it up. So first we just get a faster rhythm, but if we keep going, if you've ever heard a fan whir, you might guess that we start getting a pitch. And BPM stops making so much sense at these speeds, but hertz starts to become a lot more reasonable. And hertz is just a way we measure pitch, but really, basically it's just beats per second. So these are a factor of 60 different from each other, just because there's 60 seconds in a minute. But hertz and BPM are really talking about the same thing, which is how many times does something cycle in a certain amount of time. And we use hertz to talk about pitch and BPM to talk about rhythm, because we talk about them differently, because we hear them differently. We hear one as a pitch, but it's really just a matter of speed that makes us hear it as a rhythm, and vice versa. Okay, so I have a question now. What happens if we take a polyrhythm, let's say 2 against 3, and speed that up? Let's see. So first we just get fast polyrhythms, and then it becomes pretty chaotic. But if we keep going, we get harmony. So a 2 against 3 polyrhythm is actually a perfect 5th harmony, just at wildly different speeds. Now we won't get into overtones and harmonics, but these squiggles over here are representing harmonics, and a major chord, which we all know and love, actually sits in these harmonics as a ratio of frequencies of 4 against 5 against 6, and barbershop quartet if you go to 7, and then round it off with a nice octave. But really, this is actually just a really complex polyrhythm going around their shapes, which is what we want to demonstrate here. That polyrhythms and harmonies are actually the same thing, just at qualitatively different speeds. Have fun going down rabbit holes, y'all.